from CARICOM One. Today we're going to be talking about a mega cultural event that's happening in August of this year in Trinidad and Tobago. It's the Caribbean Festival of Arts, popularly called CARIFESTA.
And with me today, I have Dr. Hilary Browne. She is the Program Manager for Culture and Community Development at the CARICOM Secretariat. Welcome to the program, Dr. Browne.
Thank you, Jascene.
All right, just give us a brief overview of what CARIFESTA is.
CARIFESTA is one of the most exciting regional festivals, I think, on the cultural calendar. CARIFESTA attracts the participation of up to 30 countries in the Caribbean and in the neighboring Latin American countries like Cuba, Mexico, Brazil are some of the ones we have a lot of the times at the festival. And it will have the involvement of up to 1,500 artists coming from all of these countries. So really it is a melting pot. It is a mega arts festival where you can come in one space and see all of the arts at one time.
Right. It's pretty much to showcase all of our cultural industries, whether it is, performances, whether in the visual arts, performing arts, etc., from all across the region.
Literature, music, fashion, you name it. It's all at CARIFESTA.
Right. Tell me, how many countries have registered so far, and is there like a deadline for registration?
So far we have 10 countries that have registered, but we expect that we're going to be at least 25 countries before we get to CARIFESTA. And the deadline is March for registration. Those are of the national country registrants, the contingents of artists from member states.
Right.
But I know that there are probably a lot of artists who may not be part of the official delegation and who probably want to know how they can
register. Yes.
Absolutely. So the best way to do that would be to go on the CARIFESTA website, carifesta.net.
Right.
And there you'll get the contact information for the host country management committee. And just send in your expression of interest in participating, giving an overview of your area in the arts that you work in, and express your interest, because we're planning on having what we call the Fringe Festival. So for the independent artists, and what we have discovered too is that sometimes the level of enthusiasm and participation is even greater from the independent artists. They have raised their money early, they are on board, they're ready to come. So we're going to have a space for them to perform on the official CARIFESTA program.
Oh wow, you said raise their money early, so I'm assuming then that there is a cost to participation. Can you tell us about that?
Well, the main cost would be for the artists to get there. Their airfare and their per diem accommodation and meals. Other than that, there would only be a cost if you want to have your own booth. So if you want to have a booth, then you'd have to rent the booth, and that would be in the Grand Market space.
Right, so that's mostly for persons doing visual arts and jewelry and craft and that kind of thing.
Exactly.
I see.
Right.
So what about performers? They don't have to pay to register? There's no registration fee?
No, there's no registration fee.
Amazing.
Yes,
amazing.
No,
This is pretty awesome.
Express your interest in participating, and we'd love to hear from all of the artists. We want to open up CARIFESTA so that all of the artists in the region can feel ownership of this festival. We don't want it to be construed as only a government activity.
For sure.
So we're welcoming that kind of participation from our artists.
All right. Tell me now about, I hear there are some big acts coming for this staging of the event. Tell me a little bit about that.
You've been doing your homework.
I have.
So excellent. Well, within the CARIFESTA program, we have what we call the super concerts and the signal events.
Right.
So in the case of the super concert, we're very excited that Trinidad and Tobago has already nailed down the participation of Shaggy, Machel Montano, and also Kassav.
Oh, wow.
From Guadeloupe.
Okay.
So it's going to be a nice mix, and of course there are going to be other acts added as we get closer to the festival.
I understand that we have
But
some
I think
ambassadors for
that's great.
CARIFESTA this year.
Yes, we have brand ambassadors,
Mm-hmm.
and this is our first, which I think is great.
I
And
think Michelle is one of those
Michelle is one,
ambassadors.
Kes,
Yeah. Okay.
Alison Hines
All right,
from
then.
Barbados. A number of artists have come on board, and I think
Wow.
that's really great.
All right. So for the person sitting at home, right, who's like, well, I'm going to have to book a ticket to come to CARIFESTA. There are some expenses involved, and I'm sure there are persons who would want to just participate, not necessarily as an artist or a vendor or whatever, just people who want to come and enjoy themselves. Why should they come? I mean, why should I spend my money to come to CARIFESTA this year?
Well, CARIFESTA really is a unique festival within the region. We don't have anything else of its kind. I mean, a lot of the member states will have a music festival in the various genres. There are various
There are
food
jazz
festivals
and
ja-
reggae and
good.
all of that.
But there is no other festival like CARIFESTA. It's a mega festival where you not only experience the offerings of the various countries in the region and in the hemisphere that are invited, but also you can experience from our top artists. So that's where the signal events come in. We're going to have things like a Caribbean jazz performance with all of the greats of Pan.
Wow.
Saxophonists.
I know you play
and so
Pan,
on.
Dr. Browne. Are you going to be playing this year?
Exposing me now. No, I will not be playing. I will be running around.
I
at
know you might want to
CARIFESTA.
rethink that.
But there's also going to be a competition for duets and soloists.
Oh, wow.
And it's going to be open to panists across the region. So, I will have to be there.
All right.
That's going to be great. And so
Okay.
they will come in and they will declare a winner.
A winner.
Yes, for the region. So I think that's an excellent innovation. And of course, we're going to have the usual signal events in dance. There's going to be a very high-end fashion show at the Hyatt.
Oh,
And
fancy,
so-
fancy.
And actually, what's great too is that there's a lot of emphasis on youth involvement. There's
Great,
going to be
great.
a big youth village, a children's village
Right.
in the Grand Savannah. The Grand Market is going to be in the Savannah space, which is a usual space for Carnival and for other big festivals, held in Trinidad. So it's a familiar space that the public come to.
Right. It does
So-
sound like it's going to be a very, very exciting staging of CARIFESTA this time around. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. CARIFESTA for 2019 is gonna be in Trinidad and Tobago in August of this year. What was the specific date again, Dr. Browne?
The dates are the 16th to the 25th
Of August.
That's on a Friday.
And it
it
ends
runs over 2 weekends. And then
on the Sunday. That's a Sunday, right?
Yes.
All right. So there you have it, guys. Please come to CARIFESTA for 2019, CARIFESTA 14. We look forward to seeing you there. Thank you so much for joining us for another edition of CARICOM One-on-One. See you next Tuesday.